A decade ago, in 2014, I first stepped foot on a balanced vehicle. Let's look back and see what kind of ride it's been. My original plan was to partner with a Chinese factory producing these electric unicycles.
A feeling of effortless movement that's comfortable and easy, intuitive and natural.
And my first stop was in Dongqing. Would see group rides. Wait, stop. What's that? Air compressing assemblies? Pneumatic actuator shop? Button shop. A shop with nothing but wheels. A shop with pumps and motor. Pneumatic cylinders. Springs. Bolts. More bolts. Yeah. Now, let's ride up in there, like on that hill.
This is so steep. This is good. Turning is definitely not intuitive. It needs something stabilized.
That Jason, the one who runs e-wheels nowadays, sat down and had a conversation in 2014. Shenzhen, the wheels. Lots of wheel-shaped buildings. You could just explore and ride, and it's totally smooth. I started getting into some group rides, and there's a Onewheels in 2015. That is an SBU, self-balancing unicycle with a seat. Gotway M10 Gen 1 edition.
You can almost stop in place. There's so much.
Them to their absolute electro-functional limits. Time to leave Shenzhen. We're going back to Dongguan, this time the Changping area, which is actually very close to where I originally landed, which basically set us up in this office with this giant 3D printer, a giant printer, and, well, as you can see, some giant problems. Back to Shenzhen. This time, where am I? I was at this factory for a different reason. Hop on a couple of them and ouch. It did the thing, setting up this one-of-a-kind prototype device. You know, fit it in my backpack, and it had a hollow core motor. It had a hollow core motor. Before Gotway had hollow core, but the control system left something to be desired. It's time to go back to China and find a new controller. 2018, Vesk hits my workbench and goes up in flames shortly thereafter. I should build an entire electric skateboard that runs on them. As you can see here, this is one of our early prototype molds for the airless tire. It's actually vulcanized natural rubber. Some built hub motors and early generation split packs. These split packs are not ideal. Back to the US and show people what we got. For a hot minute, skateboards are actually faster than unicycles. To be honest, I like unicycle more, pausing the skateboard company due to COVID. During that time, the unicycle got way Nikola and crashed it shortly thereafter. It's time to move. I need to get out of California. This time to Mexico. I get my own place. That's right, this is a Vesk S18. 2 years ago, a whole bunch more of these. Let's start Vesking some Onewheels. How hard could it be, right? You were on the Balance app.
Well, no, not that kind of box. This kind of box.
Something more like this. Well, not literally like this. If I could use sheet metal to hold a quad motor, I mean, it does that, so just make a box out of sheet metal. We could get it to balance, everything was stable, custom Vesk control, things are going great. But then, out of the blue, not this literal day, but it looked kind of like this. And ouch. Yeah. I snapped 2 bones into 7 pieces in my leg on the Nikola. Now I have a car. So I cut my hair, started over, accidentally went to Las Vegas. I think about armor a little bit more often. You've seen me fall off maybe 1% of the times I've fallen off. What kind of material will we make it out of? It's strong. It's flexible. I could even use it as part of my other Onewheel Enclosures. My new enclosure. So this is the between the rails version. Although the higher voltage controller will need a BMS that can fit in a smaller form factor and hit higher voltages than ever before, separated into modules. These modules can be interconnected and located in convenient places. I'll be open sourcing the firmware for this BMS, which allows it to communicate with your Vesk motor controller to network multiple balance modules. I hope to bring the BMS to market spring 2024. If you'd like to learn more, just click the link in the video description. Please subscribe to my new YouTube channel, Houdini, and you'll be one of the first to know when it comes out. If you like the kind of projects that I develop, feel free to join my Patreon. Thanks for watching, guys.